So as we reported yesterday, Kamala Harris's running mate, Governor Walz of Minnesota, is a mirror of her. And it's exactly the same thing as what Trump did. So J.D. Vance is mini-me, although I think he's bigger than Trump, to Trump, and Walz is mini-me with a gender difference to Kamala. All right, so there it is. And it's the far left versus libertarian capitalism. I'll define that a little bit, but that's what it is. The race isn't between Trump and Harris. It's not what the vote is about in November. Americans will decide exactly what kind of a country we will have in the short term. You can just plug different people in. Could be Bernie Sanders against Marco Rubio. Now, that's what Americans have to zero in on, okay? You are voting for a style of government, not an individual. People have no clue about that, but let me back it up. Okay, so Trump, if he wins, will run the country the way he did from 2017 to 2021. Low inflation, growth, real wages up about 7%, deal after deal after deal after deal overseas, tariffs to punish countries he believes are ripping us off, conservative social pronouncements. He's not a culture warrior, Donald Trump, but he'll take the MAGA side because that's his base. That's how Trump will govern. Kamala Harris will try to change everything about American society. There's nothing traditional that she respects. Nothing. Therefore, the Harris-Walz ticket is the most leftist presidential duo in history by far. Second, George McGovern, Sergeant Shriver, the Kennedy brother-in-law, 1972. Nixon waxed them. Far different country back then, as everybody knows. But it was a stunning landslide for Nixon, who was a conservative. I don't think the landslide's going to happen this time around. Now, Harris-Walz, no matter what they say, and they'll say anything, and so will Trump-Vance. They'll say anything. You can't just believe it. So Harris-Walz, if they win, everybody's taxes go up. And they'll say, oh, no, people earning $400,000 or less, not going to. BS, the biggest BS in the world, because they'll try to slap taxes on corporations who immediately turn around and charge us more for their products. It's exactly what's going to happen. That's what the insurance agencies have done under Biden. That's what car prices, home prices, everything up. And there are no limits to what Harris-Walz will do. Do you realize the state of Minnesota, which I know pretty well, so I spent some time up in the Boundary Waters, up by International Falls. The state of Minnesota is a rural state, only one big city, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Fifth highest tax burden in the country. Fifth highest under Walz. He taxes everything. Oh, I'm a regular guy. I got my little cap on. He'll pick your pocket all day long, Walz. Don't give me any of that, you phony. You are the biggest tax spender. He came in with almost $3 billion in surplus. Gone. Every liberal cause, this, free that. Everything is picked up in Minnesota if you're an undocumented alien. It's worth your while not to go to Mexico, go to Canada, get a canoe and row over to Minnesota, because you'll get everything free, plus a driver's license. Okay? Harris-Walz. Open borders all day long, legalization for every undocumented here. That's who they are. In addition, DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, all day long, skin color will matter in the employment area. Awful. All right? Woke. Oh, man, if you're conservative, you're not going to get due process. No way. No way on earth you will. Okay? And no restrictions on abortions up until birth. 3 countries in the world, as I've reported, have it. 3 non-communist nations. The Netherlands, Singapore, and Canada. That's it. Every other country on the planet goes, no, that's too barbaric to be killing an unborn child a week before it's supposed to be birthed. We have to regulate that. Not them, not Walz. He signed the law in Minnesota. Okay? Less police power. Reimagining the police. Both of them want to do it. Okay? They don't want the police to have much power at all. Fewer guns. Even though Walz is a hunter, he spinned 180 degrees, and now he'll confiscate if he can. Okay? On and on and on and on. There isn't one far left tenet, not one, including wealth tax, all of that these two don't support. So I'm watching a rally in Philadelphia, and these people, what are you applauding for? What? Exactly what is what I just laid out? That's okay with you? And the answer is yeah. Millions of Americans want a colossal government to tell them what to do every day and to give them money. That's what it comes down to. These people, oh, the system's rigged, I'm black, I can't get ahead, I'm this, I'm that, I'm trans, like that, but boom, give me money. And that's what the far left does. Income redistribution. That's what they're cheering for. They're cheering for Walz. You people don't know where he is. In Philadelphia last night. Kamala Harris is dangerous. Walz is dangerous. The danger team. Okay. So if you vote for Trump and the Republicans, you are voting not for the man Trump. Because believe me, as I have reported, sometimes you just have to shake your head. I think President Trump did a good job in his term. But the stuff he says, can't defend it. Can't defend it. Okay? But you are voting to keep the American system in place. That's what you're voting for if you vote GOP. If you vote Democrat, you want to blow it all up. And again, millions of people want to blow it all up. So, I don't know how the election is going to go. I just don't know. The debate will be huge. Because if Trump does manage to define how dangerous Kamala Harris is, forget about Walz. Walz doesn't matter. Then he'll win. And I guess I am so egomaniacal, O'Reilly, egomaniacal. I would love to be on that stage with Kamala Harris or Walz. I would love to be there to represent you. And even if you like them, because I know what they are, what they've done. No small ball, no skin color stuff, no Master Sergeant Command, Master Sergeant, none of that BS. That doesn't matter. Read my message of the day, all right? I just tick it off on BillO'Reilly.com, which is open to everybody. The final thing is that the media is thrown in with the leftists. I know it's inexplicable. I know it. But these people are so fanatically ideological and they hate Trump to a level that no president other than Abraham Lincoln has ever been hated. If Trump, this is going to be controversial, but I believe it's true. If Trump were killed in Butler, Pennsylvania, all right? You think a lot of those people will be grieving? Okay. So, summing up, personal freedom on the ballot democracy's on the ballot. No, no. Democracy's not on the ballot. Our democracy is fine. We're going to vote. Okay? Personal freedom versus colossal government. But millions of Americans want the colossal government, and the press is going to push that all day long.